My entire life revolves around laptops. And this isn't only because I test them for a living, but also because I use them all day long. At work, there are Google Chrome tabs, documents, edited images, and a lot more. And once I'm home, the gamer inside of me completely takes over. So naturally, I tend to lean towards laptops that can do it all without any compromises. Hello everyone, I'm Divyanshi and this is the Alienware 16X Aurora. This laptop masquerades as a work machine, but it is actually a gaming beast. I've already spent a month with it, and here are 5 reasons to buy it and 2 reasons to skip it. Let's go. Now, the first thing that you'll notice when you start using this laptop is the display. You get a 16-inch OLED panel with a 240Hz refresh rate. And it is absolutely gorgeous. I'm not saying that lightly. Your games look incredibly sharp, colors are rich, and those deep OLED blacks make a huge difference in darker scenes. Now, the one thing that really impressed me here is the anti-glare coating, which gives a matte finish to the screen and reduces reflections immensely. I have a bright fluorescent light directly behind my work desk, so reflections are usually a concern in the case of glossy OLED displays. But with the Aurora 16X, I could actually sit there and work without constantly seeing my own face staring back at me. So when it comes to the display, this laptop gets a thumbs up. Now, don't get me wrong, this is still a large gaming laptop. It weighs over 2.5 kg and the part brick here isn't exactly small. But I still carried this laptop to work almost every day in my tote bag, and after a while it felt quite manageable. Now there is a catch here. I drive to work, so my carrying was mostly limited to the short walk between my car and my working desk. So if you take public transport every day or walk long distances, you will definitely feel the weight here. But as for my routine, the laptop was quite easy to live with. Now inside, the laptop is powered by the Intel Core Ultra 9 290HX Plus chipset. Along with this, you get 32GB of DDR5 RAM and the NVIDIA RTX 5070 laptop GPU with 8GB of VRAM. All of this is impressive on paper, but also in real-world experience. I could have multiple applications, browser tabs, and documents open, and the laptop simply carried on. As far as gaming is concerned, I first tried out 007 First Light with high graphics settings and no upscaling. Here I was getting around 45 FPS. The game was playable but not as smooth as I would have wanted. I then turned on the NVIDIA DLSS with 4x frame generation, and suddenly I was getting around 180 FPS and a much smoother experience overall. Then I tried The Witcher 3 and it delivered a similar result. At high graphics settings with ray tracing on, I was getting around 30 FPS. And the moment I turned on the NVIDIA DLSS and set it to balanced mode, the FPS went up to 50 and my experience also improved. Now I also spent hours playing Minecraft on this device, and it could easily handle all of my shader packs, which is just impressive. Now the Aurora 16S is an Alienware, but the best part here is that it doesn't go completely overboard with the gaming aesthetic. The interstellar indigo color gives it an elegant look, and there is the familiar Alienware branding. But there aren't aggressive RGB lights screaming for attention everywhere. I can put the laptop on my work desk during the day and then move it to my gaming setup at night without it looking out of place. And for someone like me who uses the same laptop for work as well as gaming, that is a big advantage. Now I'm someone who generally prefers mechanical keyboards, so I had high expectations here. The Aurora 16X doesn't have the mechanical keyboard found on some other Alienware machines, but I actually like the experience. The keys are responsive, comfortable, and most importantly, not too loud. You also get shortcuts for adjusting brightness, taking screenshots, and toggling the performance mode. The one-zone RGB lighting is a limitation, but it didn't bother me much. Then there are also all the ports that you might need. You get USB Type-C, USB Type-A, HDMI, Ethernet port, and a headphone jack. The best part is that some of the ports are placed at the back and some are on the left edge. This means that I had fewer cables running across my desk and not having to get up from my seat every single time to connect an additional accessory. And now, let's get to the 2 reasons why you might want to skip this laptop. Now, the Alienware 16X Aurora costs Rs 3,27,390. Let that sink in. Gaming laptops are known to be pricey, but when a laptop costs this much, it is okay to give it a thought. For most people out there, this machine is simply unaffordable. And don't forget, you're getting an NVIDIA RTX 5070 laptop GPU here, not the flagship 5091. Now, the second reason you might want to skip this laptop are the speakers. The speakers here are loud. I know this because I played music at full volume in my office and my colleagues definitely noticed. But the sound quality here is quite average. If you're gaming, watching movies, or even listening to music, I would still recommend using headphones or external speakers. And on a laptop that costs more than rupees 3 lakh, I expected a little more. So after nearly a month with the Alienware 16X Aurora, I think this is a great device overall. I love the display here and the fact that I could carry it to work without too much trouble. But at rupees 3.2 lakh, this might simply be too expensive for many people out there. What do you think of the device? Let us know in the comments and keep following Digit for more such content.